was coexisting with a planet. You see, many human beings have an ego system when we have to be living in the ecosystem.
You're telling me. Alright, so let's just go and do a brief quick demo of the update which has been made to the body logger version 3, I guess. So still got a ways to go on this. Like, there's a home page coming. There'll be a page where every genuine TI can be seen by the world. Just imagine that. And I did talk about it earlier on and didn't want to talk about it, but I guess we just did, didn't we? So here you can see we're on sort of like the login page, and this is set to change, but just for now it will do. And what you want to do is, that is my personal email address, the same email address that the British Security Services are guaranteed to send me harassment email to on a daily basis. So put that in and then log in, and you're now going to be met with the body logger web panel, and all of the information that one has input via the body logger app. Can you see that? Can you see it? There we are. There we are. There we are. Okay, so where was the last time that they hit me? They have hit me actually, and it's gone unrecorded. So we're going to put in that area of my body there. And then you are going to be met with the description page, which holds all kinds of pertinent information that one might want to input into the log. It's not just got the types of pains and the strength of the pain. It's also got a lot of character analysis of why that attack has been, perpetrated against the victim. So you simply select what you want to, and then that is then recorded, and then you can send your log via email, and that's going to send either your day log or your week log or all of the information that has been recorded on that installation of the body logger. So there's various ways that we're working on getting the data to the body logger. The surefire method now, which cannot be stopped by MI5's hacking procedures, is to upload the raw log. So we're going to figure ways around that, but for now it works good enough. And I've currently got, this is an imperfect log because we're still figuring some stuff out, but I've got pretty much a year's worth of data, and I've got more to come. I'm basically going to have all of the attacks that I have been recording since 2017 and before available and viewable when I can get around to finishing off the log. And it will be the same for any other genuine targeted individual who uses the system. I encourage you to do a pre-log. Do the best you can and capture what it was like. Right, I believe you because I've been exactly in your shoes and I know what it's like being on the receiving end of this evil weapon. But you must try your best and recapture, for the most part, what the attacks were like before you start to use the body logger application, which is going to totally transform not only your own perception of the attacks, because you're going to be able to see for the first time, oh shit, it's not actually 50 attacks I'm going through on a daily basis, it's 1,500 attacks. So that's what's likely to happen, as did with me. Although I wasn't that far off. Anyway, so getting back to this. At the top, we've got About TI, and this is just something quick that I put together about the targeted individual. Controversial actor, filmmaker, creative designer, and targeted individual from the UK of about 15-16 years. The creator of the body logger system of applications currently available and coming in the future. So that's just a little a biography there. Oh, did he? Oh, wicked. So he did it. Okay, cool. That's my developer, who I'm referencing there. Okay, so we're currently on the 14th of May 2019. Let's go into the future. It's like I want to go to January 1st before COVID-19, but I'm not going to fool myself, and I'm not going to try and make it appear like we've got some kind of time machine and you can be in on this fantasy that we're having right now to be able to go back in time before all of this COVID-19 bullshit happened. So let's go see if this works. Okay, so as you can see, it's loading, and what it will do is it will load the first attack of the day. As you can see, there's 325 attacks that day. We've got a total so far of 57,000. It's way more than that. The amounts of attacks that go unnoticed and unrecorded are about... Sometimes it's more than what is recorded. Yeah? So that is no way accurate to what at least I'm going through, because I cannot record every single attack. Certain attacks I ignore because that's how I keep my sanity, and there is actually a descriptor there which I don't use it yet because I've not programmed myself to use it, but I put it there for any target that feels like I need to have a break from logging the attacks. Then just use that, and then that will reflect on the log and let everyone know that okay, you're taking a break from logging because you know you're going to need it. Basically, I suspect you're going to need it, and I can testify to that as well. That's how you keep your sanity. So that's a low number of what it really is. And I just want to stress that because I don't want to hear anyone say anything on that, especially since this is not the final. Just take me and my testicles there. Let's put it into the body logger. Nah, f***ing devils. Keep it up and see how far you're going to get, Andrew Parker. Real talk. Males out there, can you imagine a constant pain in your testicles? How long would you stand for that? 1 day? 1 year? Would you allow your wife to be given breast cancer by 5G towers, 4G towers, 3G towers? Would you allow that? Would you allow Andrew Parker to be hiding away in some bunker like the coward that he is and everyone else with him? Would you allow that? Getting back to this. So, what we're going to do now, I just want to show pretty much all of the features that are working and how it kind of operates real quick. And then I'm going to go to sleep. Finish the video and go to sleep. So if you just press play here, that's just going to play it once. It's going to play whatever attack you are on once. If you press the forward play button, that's going to start playing it normally as we would expect. So forward motion playing, and fingers crossed. We've even got some sound effects there. So as you can see, we are attack number 7 at 16 minutes past 12 on the 1st of March, Sunday. So, you know, similar sort of time that we are now. And I would have been doing whatever I was doing, probably living it up as best as I can, being a TI. You can see some of the coordinates, the GPS coordinates. you can see some of the GPS coordinates, and we've made it so that the full coordinates are not revealed for any TI. Oh, testicle region. Oh, pause that. Can we pause it? So that's how you pause it, by the way. So as you can see here, this says 20,000 hertz, and there is actually with the question mark, there's more information missing from that, and that's one of the bugs that we're trying to fix. It's to do with the font and encoding space, and because we're using traditional characters that are used in scientific space, it's not translating to the website, and we're working on it, is what's happening. But if you were to look at your log, if you were a genuine TI and you have the software and you're able to look at the log, that will be translated accurately in your log. It's just when we transfer it onto the website that there's a problem, so bear that in mind. So yeah, we're like on, I think this is like pretty much like version 2 of the website. The first one, which was back in like November, it looked good. It was good enough for me. It didn't have all of the features, and some new ones have come about since after that, but really this new version actually works. It works nice, it works fluidly, and what I envisioned always having it for was so that TIs can show the police, show lawyers, show family members, show anyone that is not understanding what they are trying to communicate with them, being a genuine targeted individual. And with these tools, you should eradicate 80% of when a person is not wanting to understand what you're going through, or is genuinely not understanding what you're going through. You can see quite clearly that there is a human body, and by the way, that is me. That's not the final version though, by the way. And in the future, we want to put the real TI's face there as well, because that's how serious this situation is. To have someone, a generic model there, I don't think it's going to be good enough. So you can see a visualization, and I'm pretty much showing you what is happening to my body. And because of the body logger's entry, we've got accurate GPS, we've got accurate time, we've got as much statistical information that at this present time is available to us. The next step is we want to be able to figure out where the source of this frequency attack is coming from. Ooh, and they just hit me in my left hand finger because they think, oh, you'll never find out. Oh, we're so evil, we're just going to get away with it. No, it's not like that. Like I was saying in an earlier video, you're like that intelligence agency. And by the way, no one likes you. No one likes you at all, in fact. We don't like you being on this planet. Figure that one out. So how long do you reckon it's going to take for us to get you off of this planet? Not long. But yet, you still showcase the same old white supremacist arrogancy that needs to be eradicated off of the face of the planet. Wiped out. Getting back to this, before I was attacked with an electromagnetic nervous system weapon as part of a psychological attack to try and, I don't know, I guess they're trying to still impress upon me white supremacy, as they've made it so clear so many thousands of times before.
Importance of knocking down this rubbish. Yes.
So the 5G story is complete and utter rubbish. It's nonsense. It's the worst kind of fake news. The reality is...
But getting back to this, you can clearly see what's happening to my body. So we literally have, for the first time in history, a tool which is exposing what might be happening with these cell phone towers. And it's unlike what we've seen in a film before. It's unlike what we've ever seen from any scientist, whether it's a Robert Duncan agent claiming he knows how it works because he worked on the system, but yet he can't tell us like how to get rid of the system. He can't tell us that much. He's not good enough to tell us that much, but he can tell us, oh, well, I worked for it and I'm trying to do a good thing now. Or any other people like him. hit me in my G9 area, which we might as well call it the KTG9 area, mightn't we? Putting that in now. And so we have area attacks. Here we've got ping strength, which I need to use more. I really do need to use more. We've got the location. And we've got actual GPS coordinates. We've got military time with seconds. We've got attack number. And this is the latest feature, by the way, that just got added. So I'm so fucking happy about this. We've got the attack number. We've got the daily total, and we've got the main total. So now you have a real understanding of like what's going on, like, you know, in terms of I'm going through hundreds of attacks a day, and this is the attacks doctor are sentient, and this is how it's operating, and it's the same old pattern, which tells me that there's a level of sophistication here. Yeah, your recommendation that I've got this, that, and the third, a fibromyalgia or a multiple sclerosis or whatever neurological. No, that doesn't make sense to me. You're gonna have to do better than that. Maybe you need to go back to medical school and start all over again. Because had it have not been for my path and my tenacity, I would have been labelled and diagnosed as someone who has fibromyalgia. And do you know what I'm wondering right now? How many fibromyalgia targets are guinea pigs? It's a great time we're living in right now with a lot of people suspecting 5G. Well, suspect this. I strongly suspect that in the same way that I could have just come out on the other side of the end being a fibromyalgia patient for the rest of my life, an EHS patient for the rest of my life. Well, do you know what? I reckon there are thousands of fibromyalgia patients out there who are under the same program. They just don't know. It's a slightly different program. It's not one where it's because you're a whistleblower or because you're making controversial film trilogies about the British KKK and a black superhero going up against them. But no, this is just them trialing out the new technology on you, and they want to see how long they can get away with sending covert frequency instructions to your nervous system, and when you go and do something about it, you just get told that you have fibromyalgia, and that's the start of the cycle. And they're getting all kinds of information from you being a guinea pig. But set that aside for another video. That's something I really want to talk about. That's something that actually drives me a lot. So, you know, that's coming soon. Oh, and by the way, if you are a fibromyalgia or just a neurological disorder having a victim and you've come to my video, welcome. There's a lot to absorb here. There's a lot to consider. But I think, as you can tell, I'm the real deal. I'm not lying about this stuff. I'm not spinning you along. I really just want to see the end of this weapon system and those who are using it, and then I can die happily and just be like, all right, I made all the sacrifices, I didn't get this and that and everything I was hoping, I sacrificed my film career, but at least I made this contribution to the world, and it's a significant one. So getting back to this, another new one, which I had to figure out by myself, and then my wizard developer just like did it like it was nothing. Like, you think I think I'm cool? You should see my developer. Like, he's some real hot shit. Anyway, time sense is an indication. Attack characteristics down here and general harassment, and depending on what's happening is when they would make themselves visible. Let's play. Now, by the way, the sound effect is something that I put together. Without sound, it would have been very dry watching, so there needed to be something there. So I hope I put together something which is adequate, which isn't too annoying as well. But I am no way saying that this is the sound that it makes. It doesn't make that sound. Although, we have got data on what type of sound it does make, and that will be revealed in the future. Think high-pitched frequency sounds. Okay, so other than that, we've got the name. I should have started with that, but this is an imperfect video. We've got the name of the user, the number associated to them, and then over here we've got event detail. This is where you would have filled out any extraneous detail on the attack that has happened. Now, I've got lots of these, but for the moment they are going to be, until we upgrade the system again, they're going to be hard to kind of they will just pop up and you'll have to stop it if you see it, and it's not really fulfilling its whole purpose right now. For the TI, it will be, because they have the log, the master log, the CSV, the spreadsheet, and that's going to be easy for them to go and show to people, or show for themselves, understanding what event detail is there, because what the event detail does, it adds further information to why the attack has happened. And that's what you will see all throughout my log so far. But right now we just haven't got the best way of making it visible in the system, and I realized that last time round. So hopefully in the next version, the next update. Oh, and by the way, guys, this is costing me all my money. We'll get that sorted, or I'll have another solution figured out for it. Just down here, we've just got some text. This will soon be a link taking you straight to that Apple Store, so you can download it. For anyone who is anyone is a genuine targeted individual and is needing the use of this software, then you can contact me any way you can find. I'm on Facebook with the TI Body Logger, and I will give you a link to the app. It's not in the App Store yet, for a very special reason. We, fingers crossed as well, even though the world is falling apart, we also got a Android version coming soon, of which many people have asked about that. I was reluctant, and still am a little bit reluctant, but nevertheless, we should have an Android version coming sooner than even I thought. And that's a good thing. So Facebook here, like, support, share this. I do appear to be the only significant person, and in a handful of genuine targeted individuals that can share with you our experiences of what it's like being affected by these cell phone towers, whether the 5G, 4G, 3G, 8,500 fucking G, whatever. We are the closest thing you have got to real testimony right now. So you need to pay attention. Don't listen to the dickheads on BBC calling it nonsense, or the agents at the press, the journalists. Come talk to us, and especially me, because I have been monitoring the community and I've yet to find someone who is of the same caliber, and who also has not got any accusations of being a double agent levied at them. So that's what you kind of get with me. I guess that's my selling point. Honestly, I really wish I wasn't doing this. I wish I didn't have to do this. I wish I could trade positions with people, but it's not what it is, isn't it? So needed. So yeah, that's the website. The calendar's there, goes all the way back to, I think, 1999. We're not going any further than that. And I guess lastly, I should just, because this is going to get confusing for you guys, even it gets confusing for me, because I'm still new to this. Going left on the play controls, that's going to send you going backwards. Yeah? It's very simple. It's very obvious. Going right is going to send you forwards. So if you saw something and you wanted to go back and keep it playing all the time, you would play, I think, this one, which is backwards playing motion, and now you're going to see it go 30. All right, let's try this. Should I be embarrassed that there's a bug? Or should I be happy that there's still time to fix it? This looks like a bug, doesn't it? I'm not sure if I'm going to be... If I'm going to be that concerned about it, because it's not that important. To be honest, I never planned on going backwards anyway, but I created it that way because it made sense. Oh, no, it works. It's working. So it's going backwards now. I think you just need to stop everything and then go backwards. Like, it's not as sophisticated where you can just and expect it to work, but it does work. It's going backwards, still going backwards, still going backwards. So let's stop it. If I was to press this button, this changes the speed. And the lowest speed is 0.5x. Let's really fasten it up for the next time that we play it. Once. And now let's play forwards. And it's going to be going at 6 times speed. Now, this is the first time that I've also seen if this is going to give me problems or not. And we'll stop it also. And we'll play forward. Delayed in, by the way, as I'm looking at it now. That's for when... Oh, they're giving me some heart pain. Wow. See, guys, I know it's odd that I could be going through this. You just have to get to know me more and then you understand my character. But I am genuinely just not concerned at all about this heart pain that they're doing right now. It really is kind of like, you know, they forget just how embarrassing from my perspective they look with these constant attacks. For instance, in the very beginning, they really started to mess with my heart, like vibrating it and hurting it all the time at Northampton while I'm at my desk, just trying to, you know, maintain sanity while we've got agents that are trying to trigger me off. And after that, after the first month of really, like, when they realised this is not going to get him to play ball, he's not going to submit, he's not even really showing like he's scared. Why? Because he's just commissioned the first Bodylogger app. They then started to turn down the attacks on the heart, and the reason why that was is because to keep up with it, when it was having no effect and actually doing the opposite of what you want, which is revealing your weakness and not showcasing your power. That's what it was doing. So, you know, I said all of that because I don't want you to think, is this really happening for him? It is really happening. But I'm never going to let these scumbag devils get the best of me, even if they were respectable. Real talk, listen to what I'm saying here. Even if they were respectable, I'm the type of person that wouldn't let them get the best of me. So getting back to this, that's going to move you backwards, forwards. This is going to change the speed. And this is going to move you onto the next attack. So 15, is it playing? 16. So these are all hard. Oh, isn't that a coincidence? We're on the is that the 18th attack on the 29th of February. What day is that? It's a Saturday, so that was my weekend. And that's 47 minutes past 1 in the United Kingdom. And that's them attacking my heart. Actually, it wouldn't have happened at that time though, because I see a delayed in. And two things here. Those missing characters that I was explaining, as you can see there, those like those Roman numerals or Greek numerals which are used in the science field, well, those are what are not turning up here, and that's one of the things that we're going to fix in the next version. To explain delayed in, because it is quite an important one. Attacks cannot always be inputted at the time that they happen. When that is the case, delayed in is to be used. Now, I know delayed in is it could be made better as it stands. That will happen in the next body logger version. So, this is what we've not really paid attention to. This should work, this slider. But it's going to come up with that error if if you're not using it correctly. And this is also a what do we call this? This thing basically narrows the area which you're trying to look at. So your sliders in particular are going to be very much improved in the future, depending on what happens in the world. But yeah. It's a work in progress. We have achieved a lot. And the significance of it now, the system is ready to be used by genuine targeted individuals. This is how you can tell your story. And you know what? For all of you genuine TIs, we have now been summoned. That's how I feel. We've been summoned by what's currently happening in the world. And the fact that this COVID-19, we already know not to believe the government narrative being genuine targeted individuals. We don't need anyone to tell us that. But right now, it would appear that the masses are waking up. I'm sure you can relate. I never saw this coming. You never saw this coming. Not in 2020. Like, we were expecting to have to go through being TIs, being attacked daily. And we've already been going through this for years. And then it might take another 5 years. And we were expecting to be the ones to have to carry all of this. But right now, maybe not so. Maybe we just need to direct those inquiring minds. Maybe we need to stir them in the right direction. So, for all you TIs that are not, willing to put out your story, think it over. A lot of great good can come from us doing this, and best believe we're needed, and also best believe that, like I said earlier, there is no one out there in the atmosphere that has this type of testimony, and this is the testimony that matters, not what some dickhead scientist who can't be trusted, who has no morals, who is corrupt, is saying and wrote a paper about. And all of his industry believes in that paper and co-signs it and regurgitates it, and the corrupt news agents pick it up and regurgitate it, so the general masses get this idea of what's happening when that's not what's happening at all. We are the best thing, and it would seem the only thing that they have right now to set them straight on what having an electromagnetic frequency world where you can't escape from these cell phone towers, what that means. So I'm going to end this video now. Good luck to everyone. Keep it positive, spread love, positivity. Let's have some prayer, even if you don't believe in God, like I don't believe in God, but I'm sure prayer is going to help in a time like this. Give good advice, really try and help your neighbor. We all do need to come together now, and other than that, stay safe. I am saying for people to follow the corrupt government guideline of self-isolation for the moment, until we're ready to do something about this situation. But everyone just be calm, be easy, let's share all the information, all the facts, And yeah, you know, there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to fear. Even someone in my position. I think I can say that. Yeah. There's nothing to fear, you guys. Only whatever is to come next. So anyway, you guys, peace and love, all of that stuff.